You guys know the gist. I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded. Shut up. Don't care. You guys got a video of the cat. That's all that matters. This time, we're looking at Lavos. Said it, I believe, at the end of the Harrow video. We're looking at Lavos, and I don't even have any subsumes on here, so this will be a lot easier to explain. So let's real quick go over his 1, 2, 3, 4, his passive, because this is a weird ass Warframe. So his one is Ophidian Bite, which is a cone ability where you hit people with 2 little snakies and it heals you and does toxin damage. His Vile Rush is a little dash where it does cold damage and it'll spread an icy trail of broken vials. Right? It's a little bit of a crowd control deal. Transmutation Probe. Launch a probe, converts health and energy orbs into universal orbs. And Electrocoated foes reduce other ability cooldowns by 1.5 seconds. Get to that. And Cataclysm. Catalyst probes erupt, burning everything. Damage is doubled for each elemental or element afflicting an enemy, which is why we're using the Cycron. Passive. Hold any ability to imbue the next cast with additional elemental damage and status. What does that mean? If I hold down 1 and 2, I'm gonna have bonus viral damage on top of the toxin. If I hold down 1 and 3, that is corrosive. 1 and 4 is gas. That's what that means. Since you have all 4 base elements. As for my build, I've got Prime Figures, Swift Bite, Augur, Reach, Augur, Secrets, Intensify, Archon Continuity, Adaptation, Corrosive Protection, Prime Sure-Footed, Molt Augmented, Arcane Blessing, and Valence Formation. We're going to go over Swift Bite and Valence Formation real quick because they are his augments. Create casting an ability imbued with extra elemental damage applies that element as 200% bonus to your weapon with guaranteed status. And Ophidian Bite, reduce ability cooldowns by 4 seconds when at least 4 enemies are hit, and is granted 30 additional % range. So, what does that mean? That means I don't need energy. Hi. If you're seeing this, don't worry about the cyst. It has nothing to do with the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cut into the video. Place me here. Hi. I've already finished recording the video. Hi. And bye. Just, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Support me on Patreon. Just kidding, I don't actually use Patreon anymore. But become a member if you'd like. You get to see these videos earlier, and I'll get you a cookie. Let us pause the AI. Let us do this. So, if I shoot him, there's some gas, there's some corrosive, there's some magnetic, right? If I do this, this, and this, there's some viral added in, and it's a lot of viral. And it lasts for a good bit. It's 200%. Extra status chance. A good bit of damage bonus. And for reference, let us have that run away so we can actually compare it to the original, right? Sure, it's not a stupid amount of damage bonus, but it's enough to work. Now, let us just very quickly do this, spread some statuses, like so. That'll deal some damage. Hit him with the Transmutation Orb. Hit him with that. Do that. And boom. He's very much so an ability-based Warframe, depending on how you play him. But you could also play him as a gun frame by, say, using Valence Formation and primarily using the gun. So I'm going to be essentially doing both of those methods. Yes, I know he's level 11, but luckily my abilities are still max rank because I'm MR30. I don't have to worry about it anymore. So we are going to hop into Mot and we are going to enjoy ourselves. Okay. Now, given the fact that these are normally unscripted, I don't know how this is gonna go. I haven't tested my Lavos build in ages. It worked a while ago. Does that mean it'll work now? Not necessarily. But hey, that's part of the fun, ain't it? I'll keep damage numbers on. Alright, you know what? I don't have it on solo, so I guess these legacy damage numbers will, in fact, keep being ran. So, as you can see, I mean... Wow, I actually really like the legacy numbers over the new numbers. They're a lot easier to read. I'm dealing pretty decent damage here. Of course, my Bosmu is just that absolutely banging. However, I mean, let's do this. Spread that around. Hit him with that. Then pop that.
Life support incoming.
And I mean, like, yeah. It'll hurt him something fierce, right? But at the end of the day, that's kind of just how this Warframe goes. Is it's this like constant like back and forth and back and forth. And honestly,
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Not my favorite.
Will buy you more time.
I can't with good conscience say that, you know, oh, one of my favorite Warframes is Lavos. Because I'd be lying. I think Lavos is a fun Warframe, depending on a lot of criteria. And I can't, in good conscience, be like, yeah, I would play Lavos, you know, just to play him. I can't say I do that. He is really good for this biohazard challenge, though. I'll give him that. I'm getting major amounts of kills with gas damage because of it. But I can't sit here and tell you Lavos is my favorite Warframe. He's not my type of playstyle. The whole bit where I have to constantly hold down and make a conscious effort to have it do what I want it to do isn't my favorite thing in the world, right? It's not awful per se, it's just like there's a lot of Warframes who do what he does, but more effective and more enjoyable to me. For example, who we may touch on the Warframe later, because I'm going to be burning through all the Warframes eventually and giving more updated reviews and guides on them. Pome. Pome is a really good example of, like, she does what Lavos does, bunch of elemental spreading. But instead of it being like, yeah, you know, you have what I'll consider to be a very, I won't say boring method, but a very monotonous, kind of annoying abilities to get it to do what you need it to do. You just have to use, like, oh, you have your one, or you use either your primary, your secondary, or your melee to spread your elements, instead of it being like you have to make a conscious effort to have specific abilities do specific things, right? Now, there's an argument to be made, of course, for, you know, well, I want to have more control over what elements are being spread. That's a fair argument. And if you're like that, homie, just play Lavos. over Kome, you know? I'm not a big fan of the alchemy system that he has rocking. Not a bad system. It's just not my favorite system in the game. That's not to say it's bad. That's not to say it's awful. I do enjoy a more caster-based Warframe. And given the fact of how Lavos works, he's a very heavy caster. And he's a very powerful one at that. I'm just not a fan of how much effort it takes. Granted, this is coming from the same guy who likes to spam Frost too, and just send it that way. But, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm the most efficient Lavos player in the world. I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and sing sweet nothings into your ear. I mean, he's a fun Warframe. He's got that dope skin coming out soon. But is he for me? No. I like his Bile Rush. It's a fun ability. But personally, not for me. You know? Next Warframe, same case. Not my cup of tea. It's Baruch. The Goth I enjoyed a good bit. Temple I enjoyed a good bit. Mirage will be easy. But Lavos is in this weird realm. I forgot about this. Fucking hate the sis. Anyways, Lavos is in a weird realm where his damage is good. His abilities all work together fantastically. Lavos Prime is a gorgeous Warframe. I love to look Lavos Prime. I wonder if I still have a shotgun. Did I sell it? I might have. Yeah, I did. Shows how little I give a shit about this Seto. He's a good Warframe. It's just I don't really care for him. That's not to say he's a bad Warframe or anything. I just don't care for him. And I mean, I don't care for Baruch either. I also don't have any skins for Baruch. But yeah, I still have to make a build for him. Which will be fun. I enjoyed playing Baruch for the little bit that I did, and then I accidentally sold him. Which was a event. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. We'll be doing Baruch next time. Yay. That's all I can say.